My wife handed me fake divorce papers on our anniversary to see if I'd fight for us. I read them and said, these terms actually look good. Then I signed real ones the next day. We've been married 7 years. When we met, she was vibrant and fun. I own an architectural firm with 40 employees. She was an interior designer trying to make her mark. It seemed like a good match. But over the last 2 years, Amelia became obsessed with relationship tests. I think it started from toxic social media. Those videos telling women, if he doesn't chase you, he doesn't love you, and create a crisis to see if he steps up. It started small. She'd start arguments right before my business trips to see if I'd miss my flight for her. I missed one once. Never again. Then she'd block me on text for entire days to see if I'd rush home to check on her. I run a firm with million-dollar budgets and actual crises. I don't have bandwidth for high school mind games. I told her repeatedly, Amelia, I love you. I provide for us. I'm faithful. But I will not jump through hoops to prove I exist. She'd pout and call me emotionally unavailable. Yesterday was our 7th anniversary. I had reservations at the best steakhouse in the city. I bought her a diamond tennis bracelet she'd been eyeing for months. I was ready for a peaceful evening. We sat down, ordered drinks. I gave her the bracelet. She smiled and said, it's beautiful. Then her face changed. She reached into her purse and pulled out a manila envelope, slid it across the white tablecloth. I can't do this anymore, Mark, she said, her voice trembling. I want a divorce. My stomach dropped. For a second, genuine heartbreak. I opened the envelope. Inside was a document titled Petition for Dissolution of Marriage. I put on my reading glasses and started reading. It was surprisingly fair. 50-50 split of liquid assets. She keeps her car. I keep the house I owned before marriage. And she waived spousal support. I read it twice. You want to waive alimony? I asked, confused. She was watching me closely, eyes wide, waiting for the explosion, waiting for me to tear the papers in half, throw the table over, declare my undying love. Instead, my brain switched into business mode. If she wanted to leave, why force her to stay? And if these were her terms, no alimony, clean break, this was better than any contested court battle. I looked up at her. I didn't cry. I didn't beg. Okay, I said. These terms actually look good. I agree. I reached for my pen. That's when she panicked. She snatched the papers back so fast she knocked over her wine glass. Cabernet soaked the white tablecloth. It's a prank! She shrieked. Oh my God, Mark, it's a joke! I stared at the spreading wine stain. A joke? Yes, to see if you'd fight for us. She was laughing nervously now, looking at other diners who were staring. You were supposed to rip them up. You were supposed to tell me you'd never let me go. I really looked at her then. A 36-year-old woman playing games a teenager would find immature. The disrespect for my time, my emotions, our marriage. She was willing to simulate the death of our relationship for an ego boost. Something inside me snapped, not a loud snap. The quiet sound of a bridge collapsing. You put divorce on the table, Amelia, I said, standing up. I'm accepting the offer. Mark, stop. It's fake. I downloaded the template from the internet. The sentiment was real, I said. You wanted to test me. You got your result. I don't want to fight for someone who thinks divorce is a punchline. I took the tennis bracelet off her wrist. She was too stunned to stop me. I told the waiter I'd take the check and that she was staying. The next morning, I called my lawyer David and told him exactly what happened. He laughed for a solid minute, then got serious. If she handed you a draft that waived alimony, even a fake one, that shows intent, David said. We can use that. He drew up real papers that day, mirroring her terms, but stricter. When I handed them to her, she threw them on the floor. I'm not signing. I don't want a divorce. Then you shouldn't have asked for one, I said. You manifested this, Amelia. But here's where it gets interesting. We found her search history on our shared iPad she forgot to log out of. She hadn't just downloaded a template. She'd been Googling how to scare husband into appreciation, divorce prank on husband, and the kicker, what happens to assets if I divorce him after 10 years? In our state, 10 years is considered a long-term marriage where indefinite alimony is more likely. We were at 7. She wasn't just testing me. She was market testing the divorce, researching her exit strategy for 3 more years down the road. At mediation, my lawyer slid her fake papers across the table. Your client presented these terms voluntarily. She waived alimony in her own draft. That was a joke, she shouted. David slid the iPad search history over. This wasn't a joke, Amelia. It was a rehearsal. And when Mark called your bluff, you panicked. She ended up signing for $150,000, a fraction of what she'd demanded.